Stephen, a 3-1 win over Annagh this evening, making it a 8-3 win in the playoff on Annagh. Can I get your thoughts first of all just on tonight's game?
Well, I'm so very proud of all the players, the fans that have turned up here, the board of directors who have worked really tirelessly to try and pull this whole thing together and to get it to culminate in the finish that we have produced over 2 games is brilliant for the football club, because this just wasn't a football game. This is the weight of a football club with their existence on the line, and you really have to battle so very, very hard in these games to make sure you stay alive and stay in the division, and so it was a tough game that we drew. We knew Annagh were on 8 games unbeaten in the run into this. We knew their strengths. We knew that it would be they would play back to front. They would bombard us with the ball in the air. We had to deal with that. But I knew if we took our time and pass it in good areas and get into the holes, that we would hurt them with that little bit of pace in behind, and we did that really well over the 2 legs and scored the goals that we scored. And we scored 8 goals, and we could well have scored another 6 or 7 over the 2 legs. So that's the pleasing aspect that we've managed to beat a team who was in top form and come away with that important victory. But the work only starts now. This was always going to be about surviving, given the position we're in, and we knew that 2-3 months ago, given where we were, and it was important just to get everybody fully fit, match fit, ready to play, with some of the injuries and suspensions and problems that we had around the place, and we managed to bring them all together at the right time. And when you have people like Heatley and Danny who can put the ball in the back of the net for you, and ably guided by a very, very strong midfield that were superb in the 2 legs. And then if you look at Luke McCulloch, Albert, and then Kane had to go in there when Albert got hurt, our spine was really, really strong, and that was good. I don't think we felt under lots of pressure in this game. We got a big compliment from their bench saying that it was men against boys, and then that summed it up a little bit. We were way ahead of these guys in just speed of thought and movement, and that's the levels, and you've got and listen, we have a lot of catching up to do in the league that we're in, and we need to work incredibly hard behind the scenes to get where we need to get to, and that hard work starts now. So, and it's not going to be easy. It's a very competitive world out there, financially and otherwise, and others are moving, in ahead of us with all of that, and we need to find our place in all of this, and we will. But it's been brilliant to see so many faithful Carrick supporters out in huge numbers here tonight, supporting the team, roaring the team on to that success that we asked for on Tuesday night, and I want to pay tribute to them, because it was their strength of character and resolve that's seen us through tonight, and I thank them for it.
I suppose, as you say, sort of looking to the future, the sort of togetherness was shown over the last sort of 2 games of the playoff, from players to staff to supporters and directors of the club. It's sort of now a case of getting sort of back to work, taking a short break, but getting back to work in the summer, and really looking forward to a positive season, coming up next year.
There's lots to do. It's when you look at you always got to assess your squad, your age, all the things that the players can bring to you. There's so much goes into all of this about building a squad capable of competing at the level that we're working to. Can they cope with the levels, and then working with the finances that you have to deal with all of that. But it is a serious rebuild for us, and it's going to take a lot of thought, a lot of big hearts to move into this new era, I suppose. But we're all behind it, and we're thinking through what we want and what we need as a football club, and we'll get there. But by pure hard work we'll get there. But we need to have that drive, that enthusiasm, that determination to do that. And if we all go together, then we'll be okay.
Stephen, well done and thank you.
Thank you.